So in this question 10, we are looking at geometric sequence, and this specific sequence, we have a weight, we have two walls and a spring. The weight is brought to point A. This here spring gets really squashed and released. And what happened? That spring is pushing our weight all the way to point B. Now, what we are as well told that with every time that movement is getting smaller, only 4 or 5 of the previous distance travel. In first part A, we had to do the table, which we've done. In part B, we were looking at Tn, the value of the term, and now we are looking at part C. Here we have to do what? Work out the total distance that the weight travels during the first n stages, where n belong to n. Give your answer in centimeters in terms of n. So what am I looking for? And that's the word total. That's what refers to the sum. In part B, we were dealing with the n. In part C, we are dealing with Sn. And that's what I'm telling you. That's very often the way your question has structures. That first parts will ask you about the term, then the next part will ask you about the sum. So here I'm looking for the sum. So let's write down, actually, let's get our formula here so that we can replace that with numbers. So our Sn will equal what? A is the first term, in our case 120, multiply bracket 1 minus, what's the value of R? 4/5, isn't it? Every time we are multiplying, how many stages are we adding? N. So that remains N over 1 minus 4/5. So here, basically what they are saying, okay, can you do something with the numbers? And yes, we can. Now, what you can do, you can put in your calculator this fraction, because that is multiplied by 1 minus 4/5. And remember that what you have on top of the fraction can be brought beside the fraction. So when we put that in the calculator and press equal, we get 600. So we have 1 minus 4/5. And now what can we do with that value here? So the only thing that we can do now, here we can multiply that bracket by 600. So my Sn will equal 600 minus 600 multiplied by 4/5n. Now, make sure you don't make a mistake and think about multiplying 600 by 4/5. Why? Because 4/5 is taken to the power first, and then is multiplied by 600.